Howdy, how y'all doing? This is George the Fearless Rambler, hoping you're having a wonderful day. Sailing on a 5-day Mexican Riviera cruise on the Carnival Firenze, our first port happened again to be Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, one of my favorites. And instead of booking an expensive cruise excursion, as you can see, me and Terry are heading out to a cheap DIY beach adventure. We're doing a free snorkeling activity at Playa El Corsario, and we'd love to have you come join us. We're sitting here on the terrazza, and we're looking over here, and we're coming around Land's End, and we're heading into Cabo for a day of fun-filled excitement and some snorkeling. Yes, we're doing what Fearless Rambler does best. We're heading out to a cheap DIY beach adventure. With our many visits here in Cabo, we're heading to one of my favorite places, Playa El Corsario, a small local beach that's only about a 5-minute walk from the Marina. Yes, no buses, no tours, just sandals, snorkeling gear, and a little bit of curiosity. So let's head out and see what we can find. Leaving the Marina area, it's just a short walk through the town. You'll find out that Cabo is one of those ports we can easily explore on your own. Shops, taco stands, boat tours, and fun activities. Plus, plenty of people trying to sell you something. So take a few minutes and look around. You just might find something that you want, or maybe need. So Cabo is a premier cruising destination combining desert landscape, mountain scenery, and the Sea of Cortez, known for their great beaches. But we have our eyes on the beach, and along the way we made a quick stop at the boat ramp because we heard there might be a local resident hanging around. And sure enough, there he is, a sea lion hanging out right near the ramp waiting for a snack. I picked up a head and backbone of a fish from a local fisherman, and apparently that makes you pretty popular around here. That was definitely not on the official cruise excursion list, but it may be one of the coolest moments of the day. Wow, that was pretty much a lifetime memorable experience. Now after serving up that seafood dinner, it's beach time. And just around the block, we made it to Playa El Corsario, known for the Corsario, or the Cannery Beach. They're walking a lot faster than me. You can see it's where a lot of locals come for the beach. This is a smaller public beach that a lot of passengers just ignore and head over to Madonna Beach. But actually, this is a great spot if you want to do a free day of relaxing by the water, doing some swimming, or a little bit of snorkeling. So the further you go down this beach, you'll find out there are no bathrooms. There are some trash cans. There's lots of places to sit around at the beach and enjoy it. There'll be people walking around selling a few things such as beer. Last year they had some Gatorade. Don't know if they have that this year or not. We brought some water to enjoy. There is no shade on this beach, so we always get an umbrella. And in Cabo, the sun does not mess around. And since this beach is our choice of our DIY excursion, we chose to rent an umbrella for 20 bucks at the entrance of the beach. The young man who rented us the umbrella walked down the beach with us and set it up where we wanted it. Instant shade, totally worth it. Now we got a little home base for the day. Notice that Terry's prepared. She brought a sheet.
I brought a sheet.
The waves here are beautiful. The water is that classic deep Cabo blue. And you get this great view of boats cruising in and out of the marina. And look, there's the Firenze. This beach is kind of a place where you can just sit back, listen to the waves, and forget about your schedule for a while. But we did not come all the way to Cabo just to sit under the umbrella. We brought something with us. Rambler Cruise Hack number 16. One of the easy ways to save some money on a cruise beach day? Bring your own snorkel gear. No rental lines, no hourly fees, just walk into the water and start exploring. So that's exactly what we did. Get our gear on, and now it's time to see what's under the surface. The moment you put your face in the water, everything changes. The noise of the beach disappears, and suddenly it's just you and the ocean. Beautiful schools of fish, sunlight dancing across the sand, and the quiet calm of being under the water, or even being surprised by a branch cormorant trying to get a snack. Sometimes snorkeling isn't about finding something huge or rare. It's about slowing down, floating for a while, and watching little things happen around you. Under the water, your senses change. You start noticing details. Tiny fish hiding between rocks, waves rolling over your head like moving glass, and the way the sunlight breaks into beams underwater, that's something special. Quote, the ocean doesn't rush, and somehow it still gets everything done. End quote. Floating here for a while, you start realizing that this might be the most relaxing activity in Cabo. No crowds, no schedule, just exploring on your own pace. Quote, sometimes the best travel moments happen when you simply drift. End quote. And honestly, this is one of the best parts of bringing your own gear. You can snorkel with a puffer fish as long as you want, and there's no rental clock ticking. As you explore, you start to see surgeonfish swimming along the rocks, gliding back and forth, sticking close to that reef like they got a path to follow every day. They move with purpose, calm, steady, completely at home here. And all around them, smaller fish darting in and out of the cracks, hiding, feeding, but constantly moving. And something that I never get tired of are schools of fish moving together like they're choreographed in a ballet on a stage of coral. And in this, magnificent beauty can be found. At some point, you lose track of time completely. What started out to be a quick swim turns into something much longer, and honestly, you don't even really notice because there's nowhere else you'd rather be. Now, why did these surgeonfish, at least for this moment, are letting me be part of their family, taunting me to swim deeper into the great blue sea? What do they know what's out there that I don't? In your adventure, you start settling into it, floating, breathing, watching. No schedule, no rush, just being here. Every now and then you're going to see this amazing fish swim by, like a reminder that you're still in the wild ocean and you are just a visitor. Quote, the sea doesn't need an audience, but it always puts on a show. End quote. And then it just suddenly happens. You're in the middle of them, fish all around you, moving as one, like you really don't exist. For a moment, you're not watching the ocean, you're part of it. And then we made it around the bend, and up ahead, another beach comes into view. This is Playa El Negro, a spot you can usually get by water taxi, a private spot that's not well known. We popped out of the water to take a look, and yes, today this beach was a little bit more busier. More people, more activities, and less of the quiet escape we were looking for. It looked nice, but for us, a little too crowded. Now, we really didn't come all the way here to sit shoulder to shoulder on the beach, so back in the water we go. Quote, sometimes the best move is to turn around and find your own space. End quote. As soon as we dip back under, everything resets again. The noise disappears, the crowds don't matter anymore, and it's just you and the ocean. Swimming along here, you'll think it's completely quiet down here, but it's not. If you stop for a second and really listen, you can actually hear the ocean. Little clicks, crackles, and movement around you. So take a second. What do you hear? Heading back along the same path, you start noticing things you missed the first time. Different fish, new patterns of sand, and seeing subtle movements everywhere. Even those same surgeonfish still crossing along the rocks like nothing's ever changed. Quote, the ocean doesn't repeat itself, even when you take the same path twice. End quote. As we move further along, more rocks start to appear, and with them, more fish.
They dart in and out of the shadows, hiding, feeding, living their own little routine. Quote, "There's an entire world just below the surface. Most people never stop to see it." End quote. Swimming back with these smelt, I feel like I'm back in school again. Only difference is, I'm definitely the slow one in this class. Eventually, we drift back towards the shore. The water gets warmer, the colors brighten up, and the sound of the beach returns. Stepping out, you bring that calm with you. Salt water, sunshine, and the feeling you only get after a good swim. That drunken sailor feeling, when your legs are so tired, you only wobble back to the shore. With this feeling, you know you had a great adventure. What do you do with the drunken sailor? What do you do with the drunken sailor? What do you do with the drunken sailor? Dun, 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 dun. As the afternoon winds down, it's time to pack things up. From here, the same short walk back towards the marina. Boy, we've had a fun time here on the beach. We're gonna head downtown and get some tacos or some burritos. Boy, it's got busy here. It's a fun beach. It's a very local beach. Yeah, I really enjoy coming here. It's my go-to place. Just a 5-minute walk from the beach, and just like that, you're back on the tenders. With the Firenze, just a short boat ride away. We made it back to ship plenty of time, and it's always a go on the port day. Have the adventure, but don't miss the boat, because tonight we got something special waiting. We're heading off to Il Viaggio, a premier, upscale specialty Italian restaurant featuring regional cuisine from across Italy.
Hi, did you see this?
I'm gonna give you one more hug before you eat that one.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yes. There it is.
I feel dinner from a specialty restaurant will feel like a reward after a full day of sun. And this is how you can end a Cabo beach day with the gallita mista di pisi. Oh, that's a hard word for me. But really, it's a full seafood platter loaded with lobster tails, scallops, sea bass, and colossal shrimp, and a few oysters just to suck them down. And looking at fish all day, this just might hit the spot.
Another perfection.
Here it comes. Wait.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Tiramisu.
Beautiful.
Oh, look
Yes,
at that
it
thing.
is.
Go for it.
Break it.
Yeah, you break it.
As we're enjoying our tiramisu, do me a favor and become a member. Help support this channel and get those special member perks.
It's the fanciest, lightest tiramisu I've ever had.
And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. That's for free. And select that notification bell so you can be forewarned of all these cool adventures. Stay curious, stay fearless, and keep on rambling. This is George the Fearless Rambler, heading to Ensenada, signing off.